What are you avoiding? Is it looking at their picture? Turning out the radio so you don't hear that song? Skipping certain places because it still reminds you of your person? You tell yourself that you're just not ready yet. But what if avoiding the pain is keeping you from healing? Welcome to Highlight Your Healing. I'm Shannon Roan, grief coach and founder of J&J Journals. This podcast is for women navigating grief and learning how to heal with faith. I feel like I might step on a few toes with this one, but that's okay. It needs to be said. And I feel like I'm qualified to call it out because I'm a griever too. Sis, you've been avoiding your grief. You do whatever you can not to feel the emotions that are happening inside of you. So you distract yourself. A little bit of retail therapy? Yeah, ask me how I know. You try to stay busy, but grief will wait and wait and wait. It'll wait you out until one day it comes out of nowhere and hits you head on. But I get it. Sometimes you just don't have the energy to face it. But deep down, that pain is still there. And I want to talk about what happens when you avoid your grief, because I've been there too. You might think you're managing it, but what's really happening is you're carrying unprocessed pain. And eventually, that pain finds a way to show up. Sometimes it shows up as anxiety or as burnout, overworking, overscheduling, or even isolating yourself. I think a lot of us avoid grief because we're scared of what'll happen if we actually feel it. We think if we start crying, we won't stop. We're afraid it'll break us, or we just don't have the energy because we've already been holding everything else together. For me, I avoided walking near the baby owl in Target. Or if Tasha Cobb's gospel song, You Know My Name, came on the radio, I would immediately turn it to another station because it reminded me of my aunt singing it on repeat in her last few days. But one day, I realized the more I avoided my grief, the more disconnected I became from myself, from God, and even from the people that I loved. Because healing requires your presence, and you can't heal from what you won't acknowledge. When you stop avoiding your grief, you start making space for real healing. Now, let me be clear. Facing your grief doesn't mean you have to relive the trauma. It means giving yourself permission to feel what you've been carrying. It's crying when you need to cry. It's journaling about the emotions, the anger, or the guilt, or the confusion. It's you saying out loud, "This hurts," and not feeling ashamed about it. That's the beginning of release. That's where peace starts to grow. Not when you try to fix it, but when you finally face it. Healing doesn't mean you stop missing who or what you lost. It just means you stop pretending you're okay. I want you to pause and ask yourself, what have I been avoiding? Maybe it's looking at their picture or turning off the radio so you don't hear that song. Or maybe you're just afraid of falling apart. But here's what I want you to remember. Falling apart isn't failure. It's a part of the process. It's how you make space for new strength to rise. So if you've been avoiding your grief, I want to remind you, it's not too late to start again. You can take it a step at a time. Grab your journal tonight and write, what have I been afraid to feel? Because healing doesn't happen by avoiding the pain. It happens by acknowledging it. You deserve to heal, and you deserve to feel joy again. Until next time, keep choosing grace, keep choosing faith, and keep highlighting your healing. If this episode spoke to you, follow the podcast and leave a review. It helps another woman find the space and the hope she's been praying for.